Welcome, Professor Datta.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the introduction and greetings from Bangalore, India. The time now here is 6:35, and it's a great privilege and honor for me to be among all the learned, esteemed colleagues, and in fact, it's a great opportunity to listen to all of you and learning from all of you. Right? I make it sure that every day, I learn something new, whomsoever it may be, maybe my seniors, my colleagues, and even from the students as well. Well, Lata ma'am, asked me, Professor, please join as a speaker in our fifth international conference. Immediately, I did not think twice. Immediately, I said yes, definitely I will, because these are rare opportunities. Being in academics, to meet with the people across the board, representing different geographical horizon, and interact with them and learn from them at the same time, also share my views or little experience whatever I have earned for last 30 years with all of you. I think that's a perfect way of collaborative learning, participative learning, what at MTC Global we encourage and we try to foster that spirit of collaboration. Now, coming back to the topic, I thought of speaking something on the circular economy, rethinking business for a sustainable future, as the theme of the conference links with the sustainable future. And if you look at the topic like sustainability, right, and the circular economy, okay. So I'll just like to talk very briefly on the circular economy and how government and public-private people triple P partnership can help us, and what are the practices already been undertaken by the companies overseas and especially with a focus on Indian companies and moving forward, okay, as a part of faculty in the business or other disciplines, what is our duty to UN sustainable goals, okay, or otherwise how we can integrate that sustainability concepts into curriculum and implement that physically, okay, through project or community work. I think that's the topic is chosen is very relevant, and especially these days when we're talking about climate change, sustainability, and everywhere we add green finance, green HR, green marketing, even green life. People say when we are stressed and when we have anxieties, okay, please go to the forest, deep forest, or
Yes.
seaside, take a walk and reset your life. Okay, you don't need any antidepressant medicines to come out of the stress. I think that's the beauty of being sustainable and being green. Our life should be green. That means free from worries, stress, and anxieties, and live the life because you're part of the nature. And if we connect all the time with the nature, I think that's the best way to live. Now, I follow a simple principle. I think that's talks about a lot about sustainability. Okay, small is beautiful, and little is more. I think these two principles I follow in my life. I hate MTC Global and the founder, but I have ensured that most of our activities are not economical or commercial activities. Majorities are pro bono and community project, but we have taken care the sustenance part, the self-sustained organization. Until unless we take care of sustainability, no organization can sustain. At the same time, at individual sustainability, also as an individual, we should take care of our sustainability in terms of multiple revenue sources. At the same time, give it back to the society. Okay, the community work and philanthropy, individual social responsibility. I think that's the balance. That's the balance. Now, coming back to circular economy, it typically stands on three legs, and we know these are very common. Okay, but again, as a part of my keynote talk, I must explain that triple R, reuse, reduce, and recycle. I think these are the cardinal principle of circular economy. Eliminate waste and pollution by designing products for longevity and recyclability. That's number one. Number two is keep products and materials in use, okay, through reuse, manufacturing, and regeneration. That's number two focus area. And number three focus area is regenerate natural systems to ensure economic activities contribute to environmental well-being. I think gone are those days when we had followed the linear economic model, like we buy, use, and dispose. I think that created so much problem, havoc across the world. And that's why today we are talking about circular economy, we're talking about climate change and sustainability. Now the economic opportunities, I think that is very important, what I was referring to, that organization need to be sustained. Many companies or many people, they believe that if they go for this kind of philosophy, or then they may not be self-sustained, or their revenue may have some negative impact. I think that's not the true. What are the benefits of no circular economy? Today people are talking about blue economy, right? There's a huge opportunities out there, wherein based on ocean and the water we can create, okay, huge economic opportunities among the people. I think that's another area which is very untapped area, but directly linked with the circular economy. Now benefits of circularity, if we talk about, definitely cost savings and efficiency, right? Reducing resource dependency leads to cost reduction. Like if you can reuse or recycle the products, in that case there is a less dependency on the raw material. So definitely it will be highly efficient. Then innovation and competitiveness. Circular business models drive innovations because they want to find out how many different ways we can reuse and reduce the use. Reduce the input. I think that helps innovation. We know in productivity is output by input, but there can be instances we want to enhance the productivity keeping the input intact. But at another case, even if we reduce the input, we can enhance the productivity. Okay, how that is possible? That is only possible through creativity, innovation, or in management parlance, what we talk about, BPR, business process engineering. I think this sustainability help us to enhance the innovativeness and help us unlock new business models. Then regulatory and consumer expectations, government and consumer demands for sustainable practices. Many companies today, especially if we talk Indian context, why people, they believe Tata as a brand which is unparalleled. Okay, there is no competitor to Tata as a brand. People love it. It is like household name. Why? Because not because they have huge revenue or net worth, because their social equity is very strong. Now what is social equity? They have no cancer hospitals try to help the needy people. They have under Tata Trust, they have a lot of community activities, lot of philanthropical activities. I think that's how they build it up. That's build it up. I think that's a direct link. Like people, they any product launched by Tata, people eyes closed, they will go for it. Okay, so the consumer or buyer expectations or their a belief on a brand, because of that particular brand, has exercised sustainable practices, corporate philanthropy for such a long time, and able to create a unique branding in the mind of people. So and the resilience and long term growth, if the pressure on input is less, okay, then definitely if we can have more efficient business models, so definitely it will be resilient, because there is not much pressure on the supply chain also, because we are reusing. Correct, reusing. Like if I take the example of, we all are into teaching profession, correct? Now for one particular batch we prepare PPT, study material, and a lot of other handouts, right? Now for the next academic session and for the same batch, okay, what do you do generally? We don't destroy the old one, right? We reuse that, and we try to fit in some of the emerging areas or some of the case studies, recent case studies in that, and try to sorry, develop that content. Try to develop that content. So here the pressure the is less on part of the faculty, and we become very creative and innovative because already foundation is there. We can modify that content and we can deliver, and it will be no more efficient in terms of content delivery or in terms of inputs given to the students. I think these resilience and long-term growth is also one of the outcomes of the sustainable or the circular economy. Now, there are plenty of examples across the world where companies have incorporated into these practices into their business model. Now, IKEA aims to be 100% circular by 2030, designing products for reuse and remanufacturing. Apple has created a closed loop recycling system using robots to disseminate iPhones and recover materials. Okay, now India, there are plenty of examples. Several Indian companies are embracing circular economy principles by focusing on resource efficiency, waste reduction, and sustainable production. Some of the notable examples I would like to quote because that would set the agenda very straight and bring in clarity on this particular concept. Now, Tata Steel, again, everywhere Tata is leading. Okay, Tata Steel, the circular practice, what they do, Tata Steel has adopted a zero waste approach, recycling steel scrap, reusing water, and utilizing byproducts like slag in cement production. The initiative, they have launched steel recycling business SRB to process and reuse scrap metal efficiency. ITC, another leading FMCG brands in India, the circular practice, what they do, it follow once again closed loop system in its paperboards and packaging segment by using recycled fiber for manufacturing. The company also has plastic neutral, meaning it recycles as much plastic as it consumes. Now, on the similar line, we have Dalmia Bharat Cement. It uses waste derived fuels and industrial byproducts to reduce carbon footprint. So on and so forth. Okay, many companies. Now Ola Electric we have. Okay, we're talking about sustainability, circular economy. Now electric vehicles like Indian company, Ola company. Okay, focusing on a battery recycling ecosystem for electronic scooters, developing a battery reuse program to extend battery life and minimize EU waste. Ambuja Cements, okay, 5G motor. So a lot of examples we have in India, those who are practicing circular economy and taking care of environmental aspect, okay, so that it does not affect the environment. Now, roles and responsibility, what I was referring to, it's not about companies and public and private companies, but people, okay, as individual social responsibility, they also must join hands with the companies and with the government to ensure that the environmental concerns are taken care in the right spirit. Now, if we talk about roles and responsibilities, the first comes definitely, okay, in the top down approach. The government must implement policies that incentivize circularity. I think that's very, very important. Companies, those who use know the triple R principle, they must be in some or other way incentivize. Okay, those who are focusing on the green practices, they must be given some kind of benefit in terms of tax or other benefits. They has to be given that will encourage companies to adopt the green practices. Business should embed sustainability into their core strategy. I think this is on the part of the private or the government organizations. As a business unit, they must involve as a part of their core strategy. Okay, as a core strategy. Then academia and research, I think here comes a big challenge in most of the curriculum today. In most of the curriculum, even at school level in India, we have environmental subjects. Okay, even engineering we have sustainability management, everywhere we have, but we need to sure that it is not just added as a subject. Okay, there must be some implications, outcome, okay, in terms of awareness or in terms of community project, okay, that has to be there only as a subject. If it is included, sometimes we cannot meet what we expect, okay, from the curriculum. So, and there is a scope for academic research and deliberation, like what is happening today. This particular conference for 2 days on sustainability is one of the many academic initiatives which we must take it up to address, to deliberate, to find out no new methods or new ideas, okay, and disseminate the information across different media, so that let the these proceedings go to the people, so that helps. Otherwise it's again become a closed system. It's a closed system. Now, I was discussing one aspect actually, no, with referring to disseminating information. We have Scopus, ABTZ, a lot of top journals, okay, and a lot of other category of journals, okay, and books and all. But today, at the age of social media, okay, now like how Twitter has evolved to X, which is promoting no citizenship journal. I think that has become a big hit. Okay, it has to be open. Okay, sources information must be floated in the social media platform so that it goes. Okay, at one time people thought that no key information is my competitive edge, I should not disclose, but those days are gone. Okay, nothing is private, nothing is secret. Okay, it's open. It's open. It's a flat. It's a flat earth. Okay, any knowledge, anything good we have, we must bring it forth, okay, and create awareness and give it to the people. Let them use it somehow, somewhere. No, some people will get benefit out of it. I think that should be the motto of any academic institutions, to give away the informations, but it's a part of sustainability. But they don't do it. They think that they will lose their competitiveness, but they don't understand that build their brand over a period of time, and that create more visibility for their institutions. I think that no perspective, okay, that perspective, okay, we need a change, okay, and definitely it is in the right spirit, and many institutions, they're collaborating together to create conference or good content or resource material, then disseminating that. Like in India, we have the Swam, okay, government portal, wherein anyone can do some online courses which are developed by IITs and IIMs. Okay, this is open platform. On a similar line, we have Coursera, edX and all. Anyhow, there are some charges are there, but there are many free platforms, so the knowledge is available. Even see, I was just going through, see, again, sustainability, don't take it, okay, in a different angle. I was Elon Musk, okay, dropped out from Stanford University from his PhD program. But what he has done as a country, US, Russia, China could not do it. As an individual, what he has done, he has sent more than 600 satellites in a year, okay, to the space, which as a country, one country could not do it. And he is not a rocket scientist or space scientist, okay, or aeronautical engineer. How he could do it? So I was just reading through his one of his sorry, one of his articles, and he was telling that I read 6 books, okay, on rocket science. I read it, I analyzed, I learned from it, and I utilized this knowledge. I hired efficient no engineers and led them properly, and that's how I could. And his approach, he says if anybody wants to learn today, okay, he or she can do that, because it's a open source. It's open source. We have YouTube. Any topic we type, we get hundred of videos. So why not I or anybody else, those who want to learn on a particular topic, why not we take out some time and we learn, we read some books? Okay, I think that's another part. Okay, it's also again is a part of sustainability. Now, academic sustainability, today we know the companies, like in the previous terms of previous tenure of Donald Trump, okay, the last time when he became US president, it made a lot of noise across the world when he removed formal academic qualifications for the government job. He said that time in the first presidency that anyone who is able to perform a particular role can be recruited in the government job. That made a lot of noise, and today, the DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, led by Elon Musk, they are going to cut the education budget, and Harvard, Stanford, all universities are trying to redesign their expense head on the different projects and other things and all, because they are saying that it is not fetching the kind of benefits the government is looking out of the academic institutions. I think here comes the responsibility of the academic institutions, that how we can invest our resources which are in the relevant areas. Don't do research, okay, on some areas which has no connect with the need of the common people or by the world. Okay, those are no not irrelevant areas. Take something which is very relevant, like sustainability, how we can do it, what are the different ways we can integrate that, and come out with some no research outcome which can be used by the company, by the government, okay, or by the academic institution itself to create awareness. I think that part is very, very critical. Now consumer, the last part, as an individual, as a buyer and consumer, that's I referred in the beginning as no ISR. It's not CSR, corporate social responsibility, ISR, individual social responsibility. As a consumer, as a buyer, we also carry certain responsibilities to ensure that the way we dispose, okay, we should not overuse, right? That's what I said. Little is more, okay, small is beautiful. I think most of the things become disbalanced because of the greed, okay, because of the greed. I think if we look at the philosophical aspects of sustainability, we never thought of, okay, this particular angle, philosophical angle. We talk in terms of raw material, in terms of usage and disposal of product, but philosophical angle, okay, if we now today's world, why we are struggling, why we are facing so much difficulties, and why we're talking about so much climate change, because as an individual, if we ensure that our life is good, we do not guided by the greed, and it doesn't mean that we should not become ambitious, we should not reach greater heights in life. That's a different thing. I'm talking about greed. I'm talking about the craziness what today people they have, the youth they have.
Yes.
Okay, more money, more things. Okay, this is also not sustainable practices. This is also not sustainable practices. Some or other way
Sir,
it
I think
affects.
everybody knows this, but they are not executing it. That is the problem. Now our
Absolutely.
audience would like to ask you some questions, sir, because it was a very fantastic
Yes, yes,
presentation.
yes,
They are
yes, yes.
eager to ask